What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CUBREACTS on a Saturday morning. Very excited to get into this one as we take a look at what's going on with this Black Sherif album. Once again, this is one of the more streamed tracks off the project, so I thought we'd check it out today. It goes by the name Oh Paradise. Now, you guys have been absolutely loving the reactions. We've had the most channel views we've ever had over the last week or so. It's crazy, so big up each and every one of you for getting involved, and we have to celebrate that by reacting to more Black Sherif. Let's be real. This project is taking the world by storm, and I'm very excited to see how much we can get into it. So, this one, Oh Paradise, as always, friends, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And without further ado, let's jump right into this one. I am very, very excited to see how it sounds. Already loving that kind of chord line. That's crazy.
What you do me, you don't try. You told me, baby, we outside. I fed yet in a bay, I'm sorry, I can't be tell me why. And then you know me a day online, waiting for your text.
Something that I have loved about this project from start to finish is, I suppose, the instrumental selection and creation. Every single instrumental has a unique twist to it. Nothing sounds generic. Nothing sounds like it's just gone, we need a tune that sounds like that. Can someone make that? Every instrumental has its own unique spin. And Black Sherif obviously arrives on that with his unique approach to vocal maneuvers and vocal melody. And you end up with like a box of completely unpredictable treats. It's fantastic, man. Again, great start to this one.
But I forgive you. Now, you don't say I got you. And stop crying, just sweet. Sleep well, my lover. I will be fine, my lover. And my lover, you'll be forever. My brain, konya.
So this is an interesting one because it's, again, slightly slower. This is the realm that we like to see Black Sherif in, but he has this way vocally of just kind of filling up the space, and the way that he kind of skips and utilizes these quite sort of, I suppose, subtle percussive elements, those hi-hats that just kind of appear, the kind of, I suppose, the rhythm that comes off the back of that sliding 808 drum as well. It's crazy, actually, how much he's able to fill a tune, which is actually quite minimal, although I do love the sort of woodwind implements that sort of appear on this, that sort of wah 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 sort of sound in the background, and that's a common theme on this album so far, like sort of distant woodwind.
You tell me how he did. Paradiso soundtrack, I said peace and blessings for your man, na me pray. From Paradiso soundtrack, I said
nice. Again, his ability to utilize Euphoria is second to none, man. And I don't know how he's able to do it so consistently without the pattern sounding broken or boring or repeated. He is so good at just bringing these vocals to life. And again, just going up an extra level, just going ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. That little melody there, brilliant. And it absolutely works wonders into the layout of this as an overall tune. I think the cool thing about Sherif as well is that he's absolutely owned this album. He's made it his own. He's made it his kind of declaration of who he is as a vocalist. And that's something, as a kind of music reviewer, from my side of things, that you absolutely love to see, because it means you are listening to a genuine product. And I think that's why so many people flock to what Black Sherif is doing.
Peace and blessings for your man, na me pray. From Paradiso soundtrack, I said it's your fraud, don't, yeah, my son. It's your fraud, don't,
even like things like this, just riffing and bouncing on the instrumental. Again, this is a very, very minimal instrumental. You've got the bass, you've got that sort of minimal hi-hat line, you've got the kicks and snares, you've got this sort of floaty, atmospheric sort of synthesizer pad, which is literally just kind of going just across the background. You've got that woodwind that appears every now and then, but the majority of the vocal melody, the majority of the melody overall, is made up from the vocal. So it's kind of cool to see that even in the spacey pockets, the kind of bridges, the pre-choruses, these sort of empty spaces, he's still there, just kind of almost riffing in between. It's a cool thing to do vocally.
At an early age, my first love, my lover. Tell me what go from. At an early age, My first love, my lover. Say na jam you walk for. My brain, my konya me de. A jam you walk say ke take. I didn't know me I come de dem. See me pa nothing I hear me say it. My brain, my konya me de. A jam you want to say ke take. I didn't know me I come de.
Those floaty textures are absolutely crazy, man. And again, that little guitar riff that just appears, that sort of... Again, for some reason, every time I hear Black Sherif use a guitar, I seem to be reminded of Tadao by Masego and French Kiwi Juice. I don't know why. That tune, the way that he always gets these little melodies, they always remind me of that. I don't know whether he uses the same guitarist in the sort of sessions or whether the producers he work with tend to go for that sound. I don't know. For some reason, that little riff always reminds me of Tadao. But yeah, it's sounding cool.
You for tell me how he did. For Paradiso, soundtrack, I said, peace and blessings for your man, now me pray. From Paradiso, soundtrack, I said, you for tell me how he did. For Paradiso, soundtrack, I said,
I can understand why this is the most listened to track off the project, because I'd say this is potentially the easiest to listen to next to Oil in My Head. I'd say they're probably the two that have the most kind of, I don't know, outside of self-listening ability. Like, you could imagine this popping on the radio, for instance. This has that sort of appeal just because of the structure, the vocal melodies that are used, and the overarching themes of the tune. But again, it's one of those ones. This is a project that definitely holds a lot of, I feel, personal energy. This is an album that I think people will sit down and just kind of examine for themselves. But out of what we've listened to so far, I think this and Oil in My Head are the two that I would expect to hear get the most radio coverage, you know?
Peace and blessings for your man, now me pray. From Paradiso, soundtrack, I said,
Those like shimmering horns, they're great. There we go then. Black Sherif, the villain I never was. This album has been so enjoyable to break down. This one goes by the name Oh Paradise. Another huge addition to the project. This one, slightly more minimal, I feel, than the other tracks that we've listened to so far. Again, focusing very much on that sort of lead, I suppose almost like squelchy horn sound that kind of gives it the sort of regal feel. It's almost like a plasticized regal sound. That's the best way I can describe that. You then have Black Sherif providing the majority of the melody going on with this one. Vocal-wise, again, really nice bass line, very stripped back instrumental when it comes to the drums and percussion, but overall this is another very good addition, and I can understand just from a sonic perspective why this is the tune that has received, I suppose, the most. I think this is one with the most YouTube streams off the album that's just dropped rather than the previous singles. But yeah, an interesting one. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments section down below. We've still got a couple of tracks to react to off this project. Don't worry, we are going to get around to each and every one of them. Don't worry, we're going to try and do the entire thing over the next few days. But we do have some celebrations in order in a couple of days. So there we go. This one I enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and peace.
Sounding so good right now, but they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CUBREACTS TV. Stay locked.